Boom! Live and direct. Not in a land. See what's amusement park just looking for fun. Though one day you look my way. What's I'm queen and not my girlfriend. Have a lot of things to say. But one thing is certain. You never had the rest I love you. Could tell me not looking in your eyes. Consent and I'ma show you how to. Put confidence in your smile. Oh, girl, you would have changed your ways. Your mama would have not complained. Hey, things won't be the same. Somebody's shirt is ye the king and the Academie of Art. But then you're not everything. You keep you cute and feminine. They're genuine. The rest I love you. Could tell me not looking your eyes. Consent and I'ma show you how to. Put confidence in your smile. Girl, it would have changed your ways. Your mama would have not complained. I'm here. Not a name. I'm here. Live and direct. I'm back in the tube again. Hold on. Let me stop this. Clear one here so it doesn't. So yeah, so today, our foolish ways are killing us. Our foolish ways are killing us. Hi, Truman from London, UK. Big up, London, UK. Yeah. Greatness. This is what is great with YouTube is we can connect. We can connect and we shouldn't be afraid to connect. You know, that's what we're meant to do. That's what we're meant to do, connect, and we're so divided, so separated, so in our own eggshell bubbles, and we don't want to move out of there until something happened to us or something come to shake our life or the universe shake our life and say, hey, wake up, connect. So that's what we're here, you know, to do, to connect. But we forget, I think we forget pretty much the essential of life. If we don't wake up and start smelling the grass around, we're going to miss the whole life. We're going to miss the whole life. And we're going to wake up at the end full of regrets, full of... so is it the goal? No. The goal is to stay positive, cool, and focus. And this way, with the focus, with goals, also goals breeds focus. You know, you want to have focus, you want have goals every day when you wake up, when you put the foot out your bed. Should have already a plan. Should have a game plan. You know, I'm not saying to tell you to see 10 years in advance. Me, I live day by day, but day by day, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do more the next day to become more than I was the day before. And that's by showing up here every day and doing the things I have to do to liberate myself from that mental slavery. Yeah, because it's heavy on us. I think we can all feel it. It's the pressure of Babylon also. I think what's the most heavy on us is exactly the pressure of Babylon. Big up, Marilyn. I saw your comment the other day, Marilyn. I replied to you, big up. I like when people connect like that and, you know, just leave a comment. At least I feel like I'm being heard. I feel like I'm being heard. That's the thing. I can see a thumbs up or stuff, but when you come in comments also, it's, you know, there's someone behind the account. Okay, some could be trolls. Some people have many accounts, but most of the time it's genuine. It's genuine love. You know, it's genuine love. It's what we have in our heart. And especially once we start seeking truth, which is us seeking ourselves. I think in the end of the process, what I realized today that the truth, it's what I say often. Sent you graphic on Facebook running late today. No prob. Be more. Yeah, be more. It's like bless. You know the word bless. Be less. No. Be more up. I don't want to be less. I want to be more day by day. So it's, yeah, that's it. Simple, eh? The secret of all success and happiness, one with life. One with life. And this is big. This is big to attain, to become one with life. Eh? I think you can shift your vibration to a great level to reach that state of because everything, I think everything is a state of mind. It's how you interpret the world. You can see the world as very evil, as you can see the world like a paradise. Like how I see it, it's just that people are confused and in illusion. But this place is divine. We are divine. There's everything. I don't find nothing around me that is not divine, that has no vibration, except living dead people, which is they are in majority around me. When I walk in Babylon, it's like I look around and it's mostly living dead. Like sometimes I get very concerned also, but by how unhealthy we look. How unhealthy we look, how unhealthy certain people look, like so like some people are really have their health out of control, and that is something that I think is killing us for sure. Our foolish ways, our dirty habits, our habits that we have to change. We all have things we have to work on, and nobody is we're perfect, but with an imperfected soul. So it's to perfect that journey, but improve at least. I don't know if we can reach perfection, but we can certainly improve on our state of mind for sure. I think that's what one of the goal is to improve constantly. I love improvement. I love improvement. I love people that are progressive, people in projects, people that that make things happen, not just let things happen. Some people will let things happen and will put vision boards up and think it's gonna fall on them. And I don't see it that way. I trust action. I trust action. And be very careful of people whose words don't match their actions. Be very careful of that. Me, I trust action over words. That's why, I for sure that's what I do. That's what I do. I put my words into action. So for sure, I'm gonna preach the same. For sure. That's what it is to become the change. You want to become the fullest of the story. Very important. No guts, no glory. So I have a text here that I'm gonna read with you. It's from Arthur Christian. Arthur Christian, yeah. I don't know why it says Aurélien Cafard on top. Yeah, I was with Cafard a few days ago from France. My bro, Cafard. Great man. We're all great people and with love in our hearts, and that's all we want to do is spread love. We don't want to spread war and crimes and stuff like that. We want to spread love. That's what I want. All I want to see is love around, and that's all I have in my heart. So that's what I come here to share also. So yeah, so I have a text here from. I'll move this before I shut off the computer, the book on the button. So it is so easy to be seduced by our own. Arthur Christian will be with his wife, Fiona, on the Truman Show next Saturday night. I'm telling you in advance, and en primeur. Je vous dis ça en primeur à matin. Yeah, Arthur will be back on the Truman Show next Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Saturday Night Live with Arthur and Fiona from Australia. So it should be a very uplifting talk for everybody. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning. Rise and shine. Yeah. It is so easy to be seduced by our own seduction that we allow it to happen all the time. All alphabet thoughts are emotionally energized definitions that we use to project surreal animated pictures of seduction on the cinema screen of reality as the backdrop on which we project the animated definitions of our alphabet thoughts to define and commence the seduction that we willingly choose to be seduced by. That's a profound text. Give attention. By default, We have turned our real lives into a crime scene where our bodies are kidnapped and turned into hostages, forced to experience the consequences of the seduction of the alphabet thoughts we entertain. When we send our children to school and sit them in front of the TV or computers, we are teaching them the art of the seduction of self-obsession, which is what was done to us. What we sense cannot be defined, and our undefined senses naturally form the reality of our living soul as our undefined reality experienced through our senses. There is nothing of our undefined reality in the self-obsessed imaging of alphabet thoughts, which is why there is so much horror and suffering being animated on the cinema screen of reality that is nature, earth, man, all of us. The self-obsession is demonic possession done to us by us. That's what I explain to you all the time. And this is the only way we can be controlled and the only way we can control others. Undefined reality has been held hostage and we continue acting as kidnappers. All the while experiencing the battle, the conflict, the confusion, the yearning, the abuse, the gratifications, the rape, pillage, pillage, and plunder, etc., as a result of being pulled away from the undefined sensory consciousness of our living soul. We turn everyone into an hostage and we punish them just as we punish who we really are. Profound stuff. We crucify undefined reality in so many ways and then inflict this crucifixion upon everyone around us. Whether through bad food, water, alcohol, drugs, pollution, emotional drama, inculcation, brainwashing, whatever, interest, hobbies, etc. We've become so emotionally attached to our kidnapping that we forge unnatural bonds to a Stockholm syndrome of our self-obsession, casting immense doubt and uncertainty upon the living soul of our undefined reality, desperately clutching our self-obsession as we play out the role of victims to our kidnapping, lost deeply in the animation of whatever self-obsession entertains us. We will sense undefined reality, but our living soul has drifted so far across the horizons of distraction that it is now a glistering mirage we glimpse occasionally before it is lost again in the confusion of our animated self-obsession. Desperate for survival, we stupidly cling to alphabet thoughts, not realizing that it is in the complete letting go of alphabet thoughts that we all regain our true living, undefinable freedom here and now in present sense. I told you that many of times. Probably where I got inspired. Arthur, hang out with him a few times, so for sure he left something in me, for sure. Left some information. All alphabet thoughts are pictures of illumination, that is the desire to experience the effect of the seduction we choose to be seduced by in a never-ending cycle of self-obsession that always comes with a fantasyland, because it is only in fantasy land that we can be seduced by our own seduction. The ritual of self-obsession always come with a fantasy land. An alphabet thought is a definition, a picture defining a fake reality that someone has defined for you about a fake relationship you are having with a fake you. I love that. I love that. This is the only reason why alphabet thoughts are in your head in the first instance. If we hold on to an alphabet thought and accept its definition, we project it and experience the effects of its seduction on us. Thus, we accept the definition of reggae and Rastafarianism and allow this fake, contrived culture to completely become us. We have been seduced. The definition has had its wicked way with us, and we have become addicted to the experience of that seduction, which is why we keep going back for more and more and more. That's true. Illumination, the worship of the alphabet intellect, is the performance of the ritual of the seduction. The self-obsession, what we alphabet talk about, sets up the ritual of our seduction, which becomes our self-obsession. The alphabet intellect is the ritual of the elimination of definitions that we have been seduced by, and we keep repeating the rituals of the experience of seduction. From playing the same CD over and over again, to having the same conversation over and over again, to repeating the same relationship disasters over and over again. We are addicted to the it, to the I of our seduction, even if the I is actually a low, as in an emotional drama ritual that we are addicted to repeating again and again in our fake stereotype relationships. Each partner wants the ritual of their self-obsession to be performed so that they can get the hit, the outcome they are seduced by. Children at school are seduced into definitions so that they can experience the repetition of alphabet seduction that becomes a satanic, occultic ritual of self-obsession. That's deep. While we speak English, we are eliminating the alphabet seduction of self-obsession that we want to experience, and there is no living freedom there because we are lost in the effects of the experience of the seduction of our own making. Inculcation is this ritual of self-obsession, and we look for avenues and platforms to continue the performance of the inculcation, as in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and in selfie after selfie after selfie, as we continue using alphabet thoughts to eliminate definitions. The system, or you should have wrote the shit stem, is you having alphabet thoughts and illuminating them, because the shit stem is that ritual of self-obsession, the process of being seduced by our own seduction. Defining reality for others is impossible to do. So why do we continue to talk and write and think alphabet thoughts? Because we have practiced falling, we have practiced falling deeply in love with the ritual of being seduced by our own seduction. We love experiencing the effect that come from the ritual of self-obsession more than reality that is who we really are, that already exists and is undefined. Attachment to a definition is self-obsession, the black magic practice of being seduced by our own seduction. The definitions are an illusion. They do not exist. No matter what alphabet thought we speak, dream, and write, the definition contained in each alphabet thought does not exist. But we keep talking, writing, and thinking alphabet thoughts because we love to re-experience the reflected effects coming from our own projection, self-obsession upon us. We are deeply in love with batting in the alphabet illumination of definitions that have defined our fake existence and experiencing the eye of our emotional discharging delusion. Senses have no alphabet thoughts, and to sense is to be free from being seduced by our own seduction. To sense, that's what I told you. I cannot explain you the truth with words and alphabet. You have to feel it. You have to sense it. This is what I explain all the time. He puts it in other words, but this is what I keep saying. I didn't read the text before I come here. I said I'm going to keep it and I'm going to read it live and direct. So senses have no alphabet thoughts, and to sense is to be free from being seduced by our own seduction. The ritual of self-obsession, but it is so easy to block what we sense with our self-obsession. So we sense nature, but we have permaculture or science in our heads. We sense sounds and rhythm, but then we have music, notation, theory, learning an instrument, being a rock star in our heads. We sense nature, but then we have marijuana in our heads. We sense life, but we have stereotyping in our heads. We sense soil, but then we have soil science spinning in our heads. We sense creation, but then we have God spinning in our heads. We sense things are not right, but then we have the journey of our waking up in our heads. This is how we set up the seduction and then are seduced by what we have set up. If you have alphabet thoughts dictating, compelling your life, then you already have the clear, incontrovertible evidence of being the practice of a self-obsession junkie. We are so skilled at taking what our senses experience and boxing it into stereotypes, and then wondering why we are still trapped in the system, and therefore still talking about. This is how we fell into the matrix again, again, and again. Notice that the matrix is alphabet thoughts. And what are people doing on social media? Peddling alphabet thoughts. Why? Because they are continually being seduced. They are continually being seduced by the seduction they have set up. They are not free and instead are full on self-obsession junkie. I'm not done. I'm not done. Hold on. Intellectuals have already been seduced by their own seduction. This is how the occults work and is the basis of all occults. We have been seduced by what doesn't exist. The fake persona that, as us, fall through the looking glass of fantasy all the time. When we are stereotyping, we are intellectualizing a process of fantorgasmic seduction. We talk about life, but we are already life. Why are we talking about it? That's why I keep telling you, you are life. It's clear? Why do we reinforce this? Why believe in yourself? Trust yourself, you're alive. Why do we reinforce this behavior in all those around us, all the while we continue talking about truth, life, etc.? We are asking them to continue their seduction, to keep themselves seduced in a fallen state, so that we can continue our seduction into a fallen state. We are the only ones doing it. This is the only reason we talk about freedom. We identify with the lie of our freedom. We are already free, but we love to lie more. Every time we talk about permaculture, we are partaking in the orgy of our self-obsession. Every time we talk about peace, freedom, etc., we are indulging in the gratification of the lust of our self-obsession through the masturbation of our addiction. We want to experience the emotional discharge of demonic pus that come out of it. In the system, we say that we love a man, a woman, our children, but really we are just masturbating over fantasy because there is no real love, reality there. If there is unconditional, undefined love there, why are we still in this mess? Why? Across Earth. We said that the other day. Across Earth. Just about everybody is talking about peace, freedom, truth, abundance, but we are all a bunch of wankers. What we already have naturally, we don't want. We prefer the fantasy, which is why we have a lot to talk about. If this were not the case, there would be nothing to talk about because our heads would not be spinning with alphabet thoughts. We would be already living it, being it. It's all about letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go of the self-obsession. And with it goes Fantasyland. But any attachment to the Fantasyland just brings self-obsession, so that broken will man is still completely trapped in self-obsession with no way out. When we really let go, we no longer want to control others, including nature, because we realize that they already are their undefined fulfillment too. We are together because we live the undefined dream, and not because we are surviving the self-obsession of defined stereotypes. The unnatural role of the victim has no place in undefined reality. Alphabet thoughts default to the system where everyone has made their bed in self-obsession. That's profound. That's profound. That's profound. Big up, Arthur. Here he adds something. He said, add this too. Because he sent me that on Messenger the other day. And I didn't read it right away. I said, I'm going to print it and read it here live. And he had something else. Add this too. As Jabba said in a private message today, in a reply to the post we put up today, we have fixed up the grammar a bit. Are we even able to allow to talk about kingdom and the dream of life while we still being so deeply compromised? At least this is what this man did, exposed everything that was in his mind. And this way, this man also exposed all the confusion and got where he is today. So yes, this man gets it, that this man also got caught up in the distraction of exposing the lies. That's it. Me too, I got caught up, for sure. This man gets this definitely. We search permanently to find new habits instead of staying focused on never-ending changing life. We attach ourselves to dead habits and repetitions of habits. Even by exposing the lie, we nourish the self and repetition programs to recover the self again. It is defiantly about walk the talk and then talk the walk, and not the other way around. Because of the conditioning and the resulting circumstances we find ourselves in today, in many cases, things cannot be changed as quickly as we would like without creating more harm. And then we use this excuse to fall into self again. This man has been tricked many times into the twisted reality of the self. So that was the text from Arthur, Christian. Is there something else? Kingdom truly is a quiet, peaceful walking away from the shit stem of self-oppression in this life. No need to talk about it when we are doing it. It is only while we are still not doing it that we feel the need to talk about it. Ha! Boom. See, that's what I keep telling you. Put your words, turn your words into action. Stop blah blah blahing. Stop talking and projecting and go into action. Feel it, sense it. But that's what we have lost. We have lost the we think we want to define everything and have everything defined, and it's such a pure madness. Me, I recognized it. For sure, big up Arthur. That's a great great text. Yeah. So so let me get it's put me on shock a bit. Every time I read Arthur, I'm always a bit I get something more from the sense reality. I think that's what we should do. We should start sensing again. We don't sense enough. We're totally disconnected with who we are and what we came to do here. Where we miss everything. I missed everything. I realize I missed so much from life. I missed so much for so many years now. Yeah. Now no more. No more missing anything. I want to read you another text I had from Melissa Kemper too. Oh yeah, here. How creation work and why it is imperative to unplug. Here, we'll go on that one. We're going to read a bit today. Our bodies are far more removed from their original blueprint. Our natural essence is one of... I think I read you that not long ago. Hold on. Yeah, I read you that not long ago. It's very fresh in my mind. It's not the one. The game of frequency. Hold on, I'm getting there. Lifelong happiness does come through working and doing your part to realize your dream. Oh, that's a good one. The key is not to make your happiness contingent on finding that elusive pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The journey is always better than the end. That I totally agree. It's come on, it's all about the journey. But like I said, you should go into your journey, like Arthur was saying in his text, with not too much attachment. If you start taking a journey to truth or to discover, the truth is you discover yourself or actualize yourself in this matrix. Do what you have to do. If you do what you have to do, at one point you're gonna feel the vibe. You're gonna feel the vibe because that's what it's all about. We can talk, we can put the words define stuff and have the whole reality defined to us. But what are we really sensing? What are we really feeling? That's the question. Because I think we're missing a lot of the feelings we could access in life just also by not being in the now and by repeating lies and self-obsession. Like, no, it's not about you. It's about us. So the self-obsession definitely... that's why it's the first pillar of Satanism. That's why I'm going to talk maybe with Arthur, the four tenet of Satanism, four pillar Satanism. The first one I think is to enforce the ego to this. Yeah, so through any means of that you can find to blow up your ego. So I'm gonna go through all that stuff with him on Don't Miss It next Saturday. When you nourish your mind and your own spirit, you are really finding the soul of life, because that's what we want to find the heart of gold. You want to find your heart of gold. There was a song like this, Heart of Gold. I don't know who was singing that. I think it's Neil Young or something like that. But that's what you want to do. You want to find your heart of gold. And we all have a heart of gold, full of love, full, just ready to explode, to go and inspire others, because that's what it's all about. And it's what are we doing? We can talk, but I think that what we should do in the first place is inspire each other. That's for sure. Inspire each other with many different uplifting. You rise by lifting others. So you want to rise, start lifting others. It's not about you. It's about lifting others. It's about living for others. That's hard, because that's not how we've been programmed. Everyone's just for themselves. Everyone is obsessed by themselves and just for themselves. So it's really a big, big work to realign your spirit and your vibrations towards the whole, and get out of your selfish ways, and connect with the world. So it takes time. Like he said, it might not happen overnight, but it takes time. And I think if you start doing the work of recognizing at least the programming that you've been put under, and all the obsession and the rituals that you do that maybe you were not aware, at least you're going to start creating a shift, some kind of change. The change begins with the way you communicate with yourself. That's how it's gonna start. So by the way you communicate with yourself, you create reality. That's what you do. So you want to have a good conversation with yourself at all time. You want to, if you're gonna be in your thoughts, have uplifting thoughts at least. So to me, it's very, yeah, it's very attachment is no good. Yeah, consumerism. I'm decluttering. I fell for all that shit. Yeah, me too. I think we all fell for consumerism and all that stuff. To regain the real, like, it's outside the alphabets. It's outside everything. So that's why I'm saying, even here, us on YouTube talking about truth, we're only inflating the delusion. That's all it is, because you cannot talk about truth. You cannot explain it with ABC 123. So everybody's seeking truth on YouTube is literally lost. Literally lost. That's what's happened. I realized that. That's why I pulled away from starting to explain and have going into all the conspiracies and stuff. I realized that it was taking my focus away, and I was just creating more of the same. It's a very I think in the stage that I am, I want to know more what happened to myself. I want to know what happened to me all these years, so that I fall into this program. I want to understand what kind of programming I'm under and what's reality. This is where I am, because the truth is us. There's truth in what we do, what we say, what we are. So, but are we being the truth? No, we're all sleeping dormant tight. So even talking about truth is complete delusion until you feel it, until you become the change, the light, the light being you're supposed to be on earth. You cannot talk about truth. First of all, it's something you have to feel. So just talking about it is completely, to me, I think it's a complete delusion. Oh, and I've said that from a while, not because I read this text, but when I hang out with him, we were talking about that stuff, ABC, and defining reality with that was a bit crazy. And yeah, so after many, talk with myself, I realized that the truth is us, but we're sleeping dormant tight. Sleeping dormant on our greatness, and dormant on our potential, on our light. What's the thief of humanity's light? What's the thief of humanity's light? I'm gonna let you reply. Humanity has a light. I have a light. You have a light. What comes and rob our vitality and stuff like that? Can you answer me? What is the thief? Who is the thief of humanity's light? Good question, eh? 4-letter, starts with the F. Easy. Fear. Fear. Fear is the thief of humanity's light, because we're all living in fear and in doubt. So that's why we cannot access our greatness. I know this is what restrained me from coming out on YouTube or speaking to the world or whatever. I don't think I'm pretty going across earth here on YouTube. It's live and direct on top of it, so it's more very much alive. But yeah, it's a great way to raise our vibration, But I can talk here. That's it about all kinds of stuff. Even I think you're talking about. Even Yannick had Santos do my birth chart on this show. Yeah, yeah, the Santos. Yeah, Santos. I should contact him. I don't know where he is. I'll check that out. But yeah, that's it. So to have a reality, reality is a big thing to get in touch with. It's not something you get in touch with from one day to another. It's not a few videos on you. Anyway, if you go on YouTube non-stop on YouTube seeking for truth, not sorry to tell you that sorry is a sorry word, but you're probably wasting your time, wasting your valuable time, and lose your focus at the same time, because you should focus on you. It's you versus you. It's you that's not shining your light. You're not living your dreams. You're not actualizing your potential. You're not feeling the vibe. So what are you talking about? What are you actually seeking on YouTube? What are you seeking on YouTube, on social media, on Facebook? Why are you wasting your valuable, precious lifetime on that nonsense? Why are you being distracted by it? The whole world is distracted by Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all the social medias. The whole world, even me, I get distracted by it. At least I can recognize it and move past by it. And then when I see when I catch myself being distracted, I stop. I'm like, this is distraction. I get away from it, because a lot of things can distract us. It's the most, creating distraction and entertainment is probably another pillar of Satanism, for sure, because this is what is very, very important for the matrix, the overlay to be perpetuate, is that we stay distracted. We stay distracted and unfocused and hypnotized, because that's what it is. You can see it as people sleeping, living dead. I think we're hypnotized. I think we're in the trance. Humanity is in a total trance. The hypnotized totally, believing in a government that keep lying and lying, and all the governments are lying. It's not just one. It's the whole lie. The whole is a lie. The whole thing is a lie. So. And that's the way we have built it also. You can blame government, but you live a lie probably. So blaming others for the lie and the deception, and start taking ownership for your life. Take responsibility for your life and be the change. That's what you came here to do. To create something that's going to... I don't think, maybe not everybody will realize their greatness in a lifetime. Probably not. And that's okay. They are on their journey where they are. Like, it might not be your thing right now in this lifetime, but I think I don't know, I can have problem conceiving that you come here with the heart full of love and all these magnificent power and stuff, and what, you're just a random flake. You're just a random flake. Like, we all have the same biological equipment, so what, I'm greater than another? I don't think so. I don't see myself more than or less than anybody. I think we're all equal in for sure. But it's just we have different solutions. We have different ways to actualize and to conquer our fears. And some of us let ourselves be seduced by fear and all the bad vibration, where guys like me are not seduced by fear, but are seduced by good vibrations and move forward and achievement and, rising and rising. But some will prefer the low vibration stuff because we've been conditioned that way. Also, we've been put. You came into a world that is majority of the people are that's it, hypnotized, thinking that this reality is real, that everything, because everything is defined to us. So this is what takes all the magic from life. And we fall for it. We fall for the alphabet thoughts and all that stuff. And that defines the whole reality, and the magic is gone. And you lose your magic. You lose your power of magician. Because your life is magic. Your life is magic, that's for sure. You're here to come on. Hey, tell me my life's not magic. What I'm here as a random speck. I just have to do my work, pay my bills, and die. That's life. That's why we come here. I think there's a much greater. It's to all together. First of all, we are in the dream of the Creator. We are here to, as we have been given power and dominion over everything on the face of the earth, and but we're abusing that, and we're creating distractions and harm, and because we're very, very, very well misaligned with our true nature and what we're supposed to do. And I don't know. We're in a fallen state for sure. Humanity is in a fallen state. Cannot tell me that. Come on, but some of us at least are being able to recognize what's going on and are speaking out, like me, like Arthur, like other people that want to see a change, that want to see better days. Me, I can see the better days because I'm being the change. So for sure, by being the change, by creating something, actualizing yourself. Motivation Academie, that's my creation, and I'm very proud of it because that gives me, and it's not false pride, it's pride that pushes me to be more, and to become a legend. For sure, I want to become someone one day. Maybe I'm already someone. Like, I'm just in self-obsession right now. That's what it is. But I don't know. I have something to do here. I have something to do. I'm getting to it. But I mean, I'm not obsessed by myself. I'm not obsessed with my glorification and my fame and my popularity. At all. So I recognize all this, all the programming, so I should not let myself be seduced by it. It's like Arthur is writing text, he's talking about alphabet, thoughts, and everything, but he's aware of the programming and stuff, and that's what he talks about. So there's a difference, I think, at one point, if you're aware of what you're under, because all this subliminal stuff goes unnoticed to the unawake awareness. That's how we get programmed, because you're unaware. Once you become aware of what's going on, the game changed. The game changed totally. Totally. Now it's like you see crystal clear, and you're just, very much alive, very much present into reality. And that's what we need. We need people to be present, to stop stressing out with life and reality and nonsense and stuff that takes your focus away from who you are and what you came to do here. There's something at stake here. It's called your life. So you must wake up, for sure. We must all wake up to our greatest self, to our remove the mask and stop living the lie. Stop living the lie, because we all live the lie, even me. I cannot say I'm outside of this. I'm not. I haven't reached Christ consciousness. I don't pretend to be. I'm as fucked up as everybody. Deeply fucked up into a system. That's why I'm on YouTube yapping like that, because I had to liberate that trauma. It's so traumatizing. This world. It's a complete illusion, complete magician everywhere, and nobody seems to see it. It's like sometimes when I walk in Babylon, it's like, people, what's going on? But it's the whole society. The whole society's in trance under hypnosis. So, like I said yesterday, the unconsciousness level of the whole is always greater than the individual. So for sure, it's easy for the whole to stay unconscious, because the majority. So it's very. It's not hard for. This matrix or this overlay to be perpetuated, because it's us that do it. They don't even worry about us speaking or talking, like, because they know also that the truth is very, very deep. It's very deep. It's not on YouTube that you find the truth, and they don't care. And if you think they monitor people that speak on YouTube, and come on, it's complete delusion, because we're all lost. We're all lost seeking for something that is not even there. It's not even there. It's inside you. You seek outside, but you should seek inside. We're all lost into this quest. I was lost for a bit. I did that journey on YouTube to probably regain my focus and stuff, because I sensed that I was lost. That's it. That's me. That's my feeling. But yet, all equal at different phases of awakening. Yeah. But even awakening, I think I just started to ask question. I don't know. Something happened to me. An accident happened to me first. Then I had time. I had time on my hand. Also, this is the thing. It's not so much did I awake, or I think I always meant to do what I'm doing now. So I don't think it's so much an awakening, because first of all, I had time on my end to research. So I wanted to do something with my time when I was off from my work accident and stuff. So I don't know, awakening, even that I question it. Yeah, I've changed. I've changed the way I see things and stuff. But awakening is a big word. Awakening is a big word. But I don't know. Some people can consider it as a awakening. It's okay too. It's just a word. Like I said, if we stay attached to words and stuff, we're completely lost. So I think I've just actualizing myself, try to detach more and more from the programming and the nonsense, and it's starting to happen. It's starting to happen. This is our schoolroom. Yeah, we have more to learn. We still have more to learn. Oh, even me, inner awareness is so important, and that's what we miss. Even me, I have more to do to become more aware of myself, because it's inside. It's an inside game. The greatness and all that stuff. It's all an inside game. It's a mind game. It's a mental genocide, because it's a mind game. That's all it is. So if you regain your focus and you actually actualize yourself, you will feel a different vibe. You will feel a different vibe. But I keep telling you, it's about feeling. It's about feeling it. Never mind the words and definition and nonsense. It's about feeling life. It's about feeling life, feeling your own aliveness. You are life. This is what we miss here. We're all equal and have life, and we should come on, make something different, have a different outcome in the world than the nonsense we live today. But I think it's just a matter of time before we regain the focus that we have lost. Before we regain the focus that we have lost, we're getting there. If we constantly work on our Bruce is in the house. Big up, Bruce. Marilyn, Suzanne, Flatlander Montgomery, Yellow Crystal Warrior. Who's there? Cindy, Jay. Big up, everyone. In the chat. Yeah, that's a great way to connect. Also, the chat, I love it. It's I like to see you guys chatting there. There's lots of love, and that's what we want to amplify: the love, not the distant and the nonsense. And I think if we amplify the love each and every day into our own inner awareness, like blow it up, open your heart, crack it open. That's what the world needs. That's what this world is in need of: inspiration. We need each other. We need each other, and we live so separated, and we so need each other. Together we stand. Is that it? Together we stand. Divided we fall. That's what it is. So start aligning your vibes with Canada Day. Yeah, that's another illusion. If you ask me, yeah. What was there before Canada? What happened? Why is it 150 years? Like they make that big thing, Tim Horton and everything, 150 years and everything. Like what happened before those 150 years? Like what? There was nobody here, just a country was born, and like. But that's what we, the history and all that is written by the winner. So what was there? What happened? That's what I question. So, and my country, Canada, is a bit all over the place to bomb people and assist bombing and stuff. So, I don't know if I should be so proud of my nation, honestly. I question it a lot sometimes. I'm born here because I had to be born on the land. If not, I would have drowned. So I came here. But am I so proud of Canada? I don't know. I don't know. I have no attachment anyway anymore, and me, I don't celebrate nothing of their pagan holiday Babylonian stuff, and I know it's all has to do with Babylon and the pagan and all the dates, it's all illusion and fantasy. The whole thing. Me, I have no attachment. I just live my life. I focus on my ascension, on my actualizing myself here because the whole world's in confusion, living very low vibration life, and that's not the life I want. So I want to be on a high vibe. So yeah, why 150? Why 150? What happened in 150 years is very short term. It's very small compared to the amount of time we've been here. Like I don't think we've been here for millions of years. I think the Earth is as old as we are because without us, I don't see anything existing. So we are the co-creator of this reality, but we have created a fake reality. That's what happened. And we are perpetuating it because we are co-creator. We are co-creator of this reality. So what we do, we just perpetuate the madness and we stay in it. And we love it. We prefer known hells to unknown heaven. That's the state of humanity, whether you want to see it or not. So I suggest you start moving out from that state of mind and uplift yourself. Rise above love, rise above all the negative things, and just rise and shine. Rise and shine. That's what you're meant to be here. That's what you're meant to do. Rise and shine. It's not complicated. Rise from the dead, rise from the dead and shine your light. You have a light inside. We all have a beautiful light just waiting to shine. And it's not just only me. I don't feel, I just feel like this is natural to do. Like it's natural for me to be here and illuminate my world and illuminate the world. That's what I want. For sure, I have a powerful light inside, and I don't intend to let Babylon dim my light. No, I'm going to beacon. You have to become a beacon. That's very, very important. We need each other. Yeah. OMG, I ate a Big Mac yesterday, got gas and cramps today. Wow, forget striking up by. Yeah. Big Mac is not something I really can't identify at all with government. Just look at who got into the Oval Office in the USA. Yeah. No, this is pure. No, McDonald's. I'm not so much into that. I don't think I. Last time I hate McDonald's must be 25, 30 years ago. I don't know. It's very rare. Maybe less than that, but I keep my nutrition at an optimum state and don't, because this is also part of the matrix to keep your vibration low. The food is the first thing we must wake up. You can wake up to your greatness, this and that, but if you don't have proper food habits and nourish your body, how do you nourish your existence? By living your dream. So you must put proper food in your body, and that's it. Little by little, starve everything that holds you back, that you think is holding you back, because this is just thoughts also. You are free already. You're just holding yourself back, but we're all free. We're all free. But for some reason, we keep ourselves in the eggshell, and and we're obsessed by it, basically. Yeah. So big up everyone. I'm out, and I'll be back another now, probably on the Truman show later on with my bro Flat Earth, Vancouver, BC. We're supposed to hang out together today. I'm gonna contact him right about now, and we'll see what happened with that. Ivar was supposed to join us. Where's Ivar? Ivar, if you're there, it would be nice you join us on that hangout. It should be around 12 o'clock if it happened. 12 o'clock my time. Yeah. So I'll keep you posted on Facebook or whatever. Fake book. I should call it fake book. Yeah. This life is such a mystery. Such a mystery, and I find it a mystery since I started to question things. Since I start to question things, I find mystery. Yeah, great mystery. So I'm out, and I'll be back another now. See ya.